She had $47 and a heart full of scars when she opened her door to the bleeding stranger holding his dying son. And the Korean Mafia boss who would either destroy her life or become her salvation. Anna Williams counted the crumpled bills for the third time. $47. The eviction notice glared at her from the kitchen table. 72 hours to pay $1,800 or get out. She pressed her forehead against the cold window of her Detroit apartment. Below, the streets glistened with February rain. 3 years ago, she'd had a fiancé, a savings account, hope. Then Jerome took everything, her money, her trust, her ability to believe in happy endings. Now she worked double shifts at the diner, came home to silence, and built walls so high nobody could climb them. Her phone buzzed. Mama's nursing home. Past due again. Anna's jaw clenched. She was drowning, and nobody was coming to save her. Across the city, Minha's hands were covered in blood. Not his. Never his. He gripped the steering, wheel with white knuckles, eyes flicking between the rain-soaked road and the rearview mirror. In the back seat, his 7-year-old son, Jun, whimpered, fever burning through his small body. Appa? Jun's voice cracked. It hurts. Minha's chest tightened. He was the most feared man in Detroit's Korean underworld. The Dragon of the East, they called him. Men trembled at his name. Empires crumbled at his word. But he couldn't stop his son's fever. Rival families were hunting him tonight. His father's enemies had finally made their move. The ambush had been brutal. Bodies left behind. And Jun caught in the crossfire of a life Minha had tried desperately to shield him from. Hospitals weren't safe. His own people might betray him. He had minutes, maybe less. The car sputtered, engine dying. Minha slammed the wheel. Rain poured harder. Then he saw it, a dim light in a window. 4th floor. Apartment 4C. He lifted Jun into his arms and ran. What would you do if a bleeding stranger showed up at your door in the middle of the night? Drop your answer below. I need to know if you'd open that door or keep it locked. The pounding on Anna's door came at 11:47 p.m. 3 hard knocks that rattled the frame. Anna froze, soup spoon suspended over the stove. Nobody knocked this late. Nobody knocked at all. She crept to the peephole, her breath caught. A man stood there, tall, Asian, drenched in rain and something darker. Blood. His expensive suit was torn, his face a mask of controlled desperation. In his arms, a small boy shivered violently, lips blue, eyes half closed. Please. The man's accented voice pierced through the door. My son, he's burning. Please. Every survival instinct Anna had screamed run. Call the cops. Don't get involved. But the boy whimpered, and something in that sound shattered her defenses. She opened the door. Their eyes met. His were dark, endless black pools that had seen terrible things. Killer's eyes. But beneath the hardness, she saw something else. Panic. Raw paternal terror. Come in, she whispered. Quickly. Minha stepped inside, water pooling at his feet. Up close, Anna saw the tattoos peeking from his collar. Dragons, Korean characters. The way he moved, calculating every angle of her small apartment. The bulge under his jacket that could only be a gun. What have I done? Bathroom, now. Anna pointed, voice steadier than her hands. Minha carried Jun down the hall. Anna followed, grabbing her first aid kit and the children's Tylenol she kept for her neighbor's kid. In the harsh bathroom light, she saw Jun clearly, his face flushed crimson, small body trembling. 7 years old, maybe 8. She touched his forehead. Burning. How long? She demanded. 2 hours, maybe 3. Minha's voice cracked. I cannot go to hospital. Why not? His eyes locked onto hers. Because men are trying to kill us. Would you risk your life to save a stranger's child? Hit that subscribe button if you're still with me, because this story is about to get wild. Anna's hands shook as she placed a cool cloth on June's forehead. Sit, she ordered Minha, pointing to the edge of her bathtub. He obeyed. First time in 20 years anyone had given him an order. She worked in silence, stripping June's wet clothes, wrapping him in her warmest blanket, forcing medicine past his lips. The boy mumbled in Korean, reaching for his father. Minha took his son's hand, murmuring soft words Anna couldn't understand. But she understood the tone. Love, desperation, grief. He'll be okay, Anna said quietly. Fever should break in a few hours. Thank you. Minha's gaze was heavy, assessing. You are brave or foolish. Maybe both. Anna stood, putting distance between them. You need to leave when he's stable. Yes? I mean it. Whatever you're running from. Will not touch you, Minha interrupted. His voice dropped, dangerous. I protect what is mine. I'm not yours. No. Something flickered in his eyes. But you saved my son. That makes you important. Anna's heart hammered. She noticed everything now, the scar along his jaw, the wedding ring he no longer wore, the way his hand instinctively moved toward his weapon when footsteps sounded in the hallway outside. Who are you? She whispered. Someone you should fear. That's not an answer. Minha stood slowly, towering over her in the cramped bathroom. My name is Minha. I do business. Dangerous business. Bad men want me dead. Tonight they tried. Drugs? Territory? Power? Blood? He didn't blink. I am not a good man, Anna Williams. Her name and his accent sent shivers down her spine. How do you know my name? He gestured to the mail on her counter, visible through the bathroom door. Anna stepped back. You need to go. I know. Neither moved. Jun stirred between them, a small bridge across an impossible divide. Morning came too soon. Anna woke on her couch, neck cramped, her apartment filled with the smell of cooking? She bolted upright. Minha stood in her kitchen, moving with surprising grace, preparing something in her battered pan. June sat at her table, fever broken, coloring with crayons Anna didn't know she owned. What are you doing? Anna demanded. Breakfast. Minha didn't turn. You gave us shelter. I repaid debts. I said you could stay the night. It's morning. Leave. June looked up, eyes wide. Hungry, he said in careful English. Anna's resolve crumbled slightly. Minha plated the food. Korean-style eggs, rice from her cupboard transformed into something beautiful. He set it before her. Eat, then we talk. There's nothing to... Sirens screamed past her building. Minha moved to the window in one fluid motion, hand on his gun. His entire body tensed, predator ready to strike. Jun whimpered. Anna saw it then, the fear beneath the violence. This man would kill without hesitation, but he'd die for his son faster. The sirens faded. Minha relaxed marginally. They are searching. Hospitals, clinics, known associates. Then go somewhere else. Everywhere else is compromised. He turned, and for the first time, she saw exhaustion in his face. One more day. June is still weak. Then we disappear. You will never see us again. Anna wanted to refuse, wanted to throw them out. But June was drawing a picture, 3 stick figures. Him, his father, and a woman with curly hair. One day, Anna heard herself say, and you tell me the truth, all of it. Minha's jaw tightened. The truth will make you hate me. I already should hate you. But you don't. No, God help her, she didn't. One day, she repeated, He nodded slowly. One day. The truth came in pieces. Late afternoon, June napped in Anna's bed. She and Minha sat at opposite ends of her couch, the space between them charged with unspoken things. My father built an empire, Minha began, voice flat. Korean Mafia and Seoul then here. I was 6 when he put a gun in my hand, 12 when I made my first kill. Anna's stomach twisted. I didn't want this life, but wanting doesn't matter in my world. You obey or you die. He stared at his hands, scarred, lethal. I tried to leave once, met June's mother. She was American, beautiful, believed I could change. What happened? My father killed her. No emotion, just fact. Made me watch. Lesson about loyalty. Anna's hand flew to her mouth. I killed him 3 days later. Minha's eyes were empty. Took his empire, became worse than he ever was, because if I showed weakness, they would take June. Jesus, Anna whispered. No God reaches into my world, Anna. He finally looked at her. I have done terrible things, unforgivable things. I am the monster parents warn their children about. She should run, call the police. Something. Instead, she asked, why tell me? Because you asked for truth. He leaned forward. And because when you looked at Jun, you didn't see a mafia prince. You saw a sick child. When you looked at me, you saw a father, not a killer. I see both. Yes? His voice dropped. That's why I'm still here. Anna stood, pacing. I lost everything 3 years ago. My fiancé stole my savings, disappeared. I built walls to survive. I know walls, Minha said quietly. Do you? I am made of them. Their eyes met across the small room. 2 broken people, 2 impossible histories. One dangerous spark neither could extinguish. That evening, Anna taught Minha how to make her grandmother's cornbread. June sat on the counter, legs swinging, laughing as his father struggled with the recipe. More milk, Anna instructed, standing close enough to feel Minha's heat. How much is more? His frustration was almost endearing. Feel it. Cooking isn't about measurements. It's about soul. Their hands touched in the mixing bowl. Neither pulled away. Jun giggled. Appa is bad at cooking. Appa is bad at many things, Minha admitted, the Korean word for father soft in his mouth. His eyes found Anna's. But I'm learning. They ate together. Her cornbread, his kimchi, June's joy filling the spaces where words failed. After Jun fell asleep, Anna and Minha stood on her tiny balcony, city lights sprawling below. In another life, Minha said quietly, I could have been normal, good man, husband, father without blood on his hands. In another life, I could have trusted again, Anna replied. Do you trust me? She should say no, should lie. I'm starting to. Minha turned, cupping her face with surprising gentleness. You make me want to be different, better, for June, for... He hesitated. For you. Anna's breath hitched. You scare me, Minha. I know. Your world would destroy me. I know. But I don't want you to leave. I know. His thumb traced her cheekbone. I don't want to leave either. The kiss was inevitable. Slow, deep, desperate. She tasted danger and longing. He tasted hope for the first time in decades. When they broke apart, Anna whispered, What are we doing? Something stupid, Minha said. Something beautiful. Something impossible. Yes. He kissed her again. All of that. For one perfect night, they let themselves believe impossible could be enough. Have you ever fallen for someone completely wrong for you? Comment below and subscribe because the next part will break your heart before it heals it. They came at dawn. Anna woke to shattering glass. Minha was already moving, gun drawn, pushing her toward the bedroom. Get Jun, bathroom now. 4 men poured through her door, Asian, armed, faces twisted with violence. Dragon, one snarled in Korean. Your father's debt comes due. Minha fired. Anna screamed, grabbing June, running. The bathroom. Lock. June crying against her chest. Outside carnage, gunshots, crashes, men shouting. Minha's voice, cold, commanding, brutal. Then silence. Terrible silence. Anna's door creaked open. Anna? Minha's voice. It's safe. She emerged, Jun clinging to her. Her apartment was destroyed. Blood pooled on her floor. 3 bodies, dead, eyes open. Minha stood among them, blood splattered across his face, gun still raised. A killer, a monster, everything she'd feared. Oh God, Anna choked. Oh God, oh God. They would have killed you, Minha said flatly. Killed Jun. I had no choice. You brought this to my door. Anna's voice broke. Death, murder. I opened my home and you brought hell inside. Anna, get out. Tears streamed down her face. Take your son and get out. Minha's expression shattered. Please let me explain. Explain what? That you're exactly what I feared? That everyone I trust destroys me? She was shaking. I was safe alone. I was safe. You were dying alone, Minha said desperately. I saw it that first night. You were already dead inside. Better dead inside than actually dead. She pointed at the bodies. This is your world, not mine. Never mine. June sobbed. Anna, please. I'm sorry, baby. Anna's heart ripped apart. But you have to go. Minha stared at her for one long moment. Then he holstered his gun, lifted June, and walked out. The door closed. Anna collapsed. Alone again. Safe again. Shattered again. 5 days. 5 days of silence. Anna scrubbed the blood from her floors, but couldn't scrub Minhai from her mind. She went to work, came home, stared at the empty space where June had colored pictures. Her apartment had never felt smaller. Her life had never felt more hollow. At the diner, her coworker Maria noticed. Girl, you look like death. I'm fine. You're not fine. What happened? How could she explain? I fell for a mafia boss who killed 3 men in my living room to protect me, and I threw him out because I'm too scared to live. Nothing, Anna whispered. Nothing happened. But everything had happened. Across the city, Minha sat in his penthouse. Cold, sterile, empty. Jun hadn't eaten in 3 days. I want Anna, the boy cried every night. I want her back. She doesn't want us, Minnie. Ha said, voice dead. You didn't fight for her. I fought my whole life, Jun. I'm tired. Iyama would want you to fight. Minha closed his eyes. His dead wife's voice echoed. Promise me you'll find love again. Promise you'll let June see what a real family looks like. He'd failed that promise. Failed June. Failed Anna. Failed himself. His second in command entered. The families have agreed to truce. You're safe now. It's over. Over. Minha looked at his empire. Money, power, fear. All of it meaningless without her laugh, without Jun's joy, without the woman who'd seen his monster and chosen to see his humanity anyway. It's not over, Minha said suddenly. He stood, made a call. Prepare everything. I'm burning it down. Sir? The empire, the blood, all of it. Minha's voice was steel. I choose her. Anna's phone rang. Unknown number. She answered. I'm coming for you, Minha said, if you'll have me. Anna's heart stopped, then started again, beating. Finally beating. Yes, she whispered. Anna heard the knock. Soft, steady, hopeful. She opened the door. Minha stood there, No blood, no violence. Just a man holding his son's hand and his heart in his eyes. I left it all, he said quietly. The empire, the families, made deals, paid debts, burned every bridge. I'm not the dragon anymore. I'm just Minha. Father, man who loves you. Anna's tears came fast. I have money saved, legitimate money. Enough to start over, for Jun to have a normal life. He stepped closer. For us to have normal life, if you want that. Your enemies are satisfied. I gave them territory, resources, everything. In exchange for freedom, for safety, for you. June tugged her hand. Anna, we stay? She looked at this child who'd drawn her into their lives. At this man who'd literally burned his kingdom for her. At the impossible love that terrified and completed her. I'm still scared, Anna admitted. I know. Your past is past. I can't change it, but I can choose my future. Minha cupped her face like that first kiss. I choose you every day, every moment. I choose you. Anna pulled him inside, pulled them both inside. Jun whooped with joy. Minha kissed her, deep, grateful forever. We'll figure it out, Anna whispered against his lips. Together, Minha promised. Together. 6 months later, they stood in a small church. Jun as a ring bearer. Mama from the nursing home in the front row, tears streaming. Anna in simple white. Minha in a suit untouched by blood. I do, Anna said. I do, Minha echoed. The kiss tasted like new beginnings, like love at last, like a door opened in the storm, and salvation walking through. Did this story touch your heart? Drop I needed this in the comments and smash that subscribe button because love stories like this, raw, real, impossible but true, are what this channel is all about. What would you have done in Anna's shoes? Tell me below. Subscribe for more stories that will change how you see love.